Well, here it was at last, Brad's graduation day. It's funny, I prayed for this day so long and so hard that when it finally came, it was almost a letdown.
You got your handkerchief?
Yes, I got my handkerchief. I got everything.
All right,
Mom.
let me get your tie.
Mom, I gotta go.
You're perfect.
Hey, Kev.
Hey, Brad, come on. We have to get our stuff.
Oh, you look good.
Well, thanks, so do you. Come on.
So he's okay?
Sure he's okay. Why shouldn't he be okay?
You told him not to fidget?
Harold, our Brad, is the first kid with Down syndrome to graduate from regular classes that this school has ever had. Everybody is going to be staring at him. He's not going to fidget.
He looks handsome, doesn't he?
Like a movie star. Of course, we could be prejudiced.
We did it, Billy.
But of course, that wasn't true. Brad did what he did himself. And like actors cast in a play, we were simply chosen to witness his most remarkable life. You can't get married without inviting Aunt Ida and Uncle Nathan, Larry. They would be very hurt.
Mom, we'll send them an announcement. Pam and I agreed we want a small wedding.
Hey, Pop, what are you doing home from work so early?
It's my business. I can come home when I want. You call the doctor yet?
Harold, I'm a little busy here.
What's the matter, Mom?
Nothing is the matter. Your father's such a nudge. If I have little indigestion, he thinks it's a fatal disease.
I'm calling.
Dr. Slide, Harold Silverman. Listen, you ran those tests on my wife last week. Oh, my son's getting married. I guess the line's been busy a lot.
He's been trying to reach you. He wants to talk to you.
Hello. Yes. What? Well, that's impossible. There must be some mistake. I am 47 years old. I'm going to call you back. Oh, Harold.
What is it?
Harold, I'm pregnant.
Figures. I'll leave to go have a cup of coffee. Then she has the baby.
Hi, Doctor.
Harold, Larry, let's step in here for a minute. How's Billy? How's the baby? Come on in. My son is retarded?
Severely, Harold.
So, is Down syndrome, what does it mean?
Well, that your baby may not live past 15 years of age. His IQ may never be higher than that of a 5-year-old. He may never learn to speak clearly. And in addition, this baby is likely to have enormous toilet and feeding difficulties.
Is it the same for all of them? Don't any of them do any better?
Well, not that we know of. There really isn't very much information available to us. Parents sort of keep it quiet when something like this happens in the family.
So you could be wrong.
Harold, sometimes nature makes mistakes. Do yourself a favor. Don't take this baby home.
Don't take him home?
Well, there are institutions for these cases. They're quite good ones, actually.
My son is not a mistake, Doctor. He's a human being, a living, breathing manifestation of God's will. He's been given to us to raise and to love, and he will never be put in an institution. It won't be necessary. He's going to be just fine. Just fine.
Harold said we were too stupid to listen to the doctors, so we just took him home and raised him like any other kid. Of course, Brad wasn't like any other kid. He had many physical problems at first, and being with him was a full-time job. But when I looked in my baby's eyes, I could see a spirit shining through that wasn't going to quit. Well, if he wasn't, I sure wasn't.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Silverman, but I really don't think Brad would be happy here.
You came highly recommended.
There's a fine school for handicapped kids in the valley. I'll get you the phone number.
No, you don't understand. Brad can keep up. Look, I'll show you. Brad, come here a minute, honey. Come here, darling. Okay, now, I want 5 words that begin with A.
Apple, acorn, around, always, alcott.
Great, great. Now let's do some B's.
Mrs. Silverman.
Box, bar, bills, boy, balloon.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, darling.
That's very impressive. But you see...
See, I work with him 4 hours a day. He loves it. He can go through the entire alphabet.
Brad is obviously on the high end of the scale, but we're simply not equipped to meet his needs.
His needs are to be taught. This is a school. What's the problem?
I think Brad would be happier with his own kind.
His own kind are 5-year-old kids who are ready to read. I'm not going to send Brad to a school for handicapped children.
May I ask you why?
Brad is like a parrot. He mimics everything he sees and hears. When he's around normal people, he acts like them. When he isn't, he doesn't.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Silverman. We have our policy.
We've only tried 5 schools so far. This is a big city. I'll just have to keep trying until I find one that will work with him.
I think you'll find that impossible.
Then it will take a little longer. Come on, darling.
Okay, listen up. When I call your name...
Brad learned to read and to swim and ride horses. By the time he was 10, the only thing he didn't do was feel comfortable with boys his own age.
Silverman.
Silverman, that's me. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Just have a lot of fun.
Bye, Mom.
Only have fun, you know?
Bye, darling.
Now, get the feeling of catching the ball. Get the feeling of the ball in your glove. You ready? Atta boy. Good.
Give me a break. Coach is trying to teach the dummy how to catch a ball. Come on, Coach. We want to play.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Now listen. I want you to hang right here for a minute. Be right back, okay? All right, listen up.
Hey, Brad, catch this. I missed that one. You should have caught it. How about this one?
You haven't said one word about how camp went. You want to talk about it?
No.
That bad, huh?
They call me retard and dummy. Mom, I'm not a retard. You're not dumb.
Of course you're not. You may be slower than the other kids are, and you have to work harder to keep up. But you are keeping up. And that makes you the smartest one of them all.
But you always say stuff like that to me, but it doesn't keep them from laughing.
Well, they will. One of these days, they're going to stop laughing. And when they do, they're going to stand up and cheer. I promise you. One of these days, they are going to stand up and cheer for Brad Silverman.
Brad, A bar mitzvah?
Our two older sons were bar mitzvahed, and Brad will be too. My mind's made up.
Why do we have to fight about this tonight? He's only 10 years old.
Now, it takes him longer. We've got to start planning right away.
Oh, Billy. Billy, Brad was such a handful, we couldn't even get a temple to accept him for daycare. And who do you figure is going to teach him Hebrew?
The rabbi I'm going to find, that's who.
And if they all say no?
Then you'll do it.
I don't know any Hebrew.
You'll learn.
God help me.
How did you find us, Mrs. Silverman?
In the yellow pages. You were at the top.
Ah. You've made a fortunate choice. We are a happy congregation. All are welcome here. All race, all income levels, all handicaps.
Even people who aren't Jewish?
Well, I guess that would be a handicap to being bar mitzvahed here. Of course, if you did memorize all the prayers and converted to Judaism, it could be done.
How many prayers are we talking about here?
Approximately 14. Brad would have to start Hebrew lessons immediately, and you would have to join the congregation.
I've talked to the business people. We've already done that.
Well, then, welcome to our congregation, Miss Silverman. Just between us, do you really think he can memorize all the prayers?
Do you think you can handle this?
Tape recorder, sure.
Put them all on there. We'll play them every night. He'll learn them.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam. Asher baka banu mikol ha'amim.
V'natan lanu et Torato.
V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notei Torah.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai.
Thank you, Cantor. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam. Asher natan lanu Torat emet.
V'chayei olam nata
Nice,
b'tocheinu.
very nice. Now back to my bar mitzvah. V'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai notei Torah.
And then finally the big day we'd all worked so hard for came. Brad started high school. Regular high school. We all had our fingers crossed.
I'm sure you'll find, Mr. Silverman, that Pasadena High School has a full curriculum of special education classes. Brad will be just fine here.
Mr. Greco, I know this high school has to take Brad because of the new law that passed. I'm grateful for a law that lets him go to an appropriate high school like any other kid. And I understand that until you test his ability, you will assume that a kid with Down syndrome needs special ed classes, that he has to be sheltered.
Mr. Silverman, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that Brad may surprise you. Please keep your mind open.
I'm gonna graduate from high school with my class. I want to be a regular kid. That's my dream.
I see. Well, that's fine. I mean, dreams are good things to have. Let's see how you do this term, huh?
I'll do great.
He's very assertive, isn't he?
You could say that, yes.
Hi, I'm Brad.
How you doing, Brad?
You sure are pretty.
I think I'm having a bad dream.
You have any boyfriends? I don't have any girlfriends.
I can't imagine why.
Ralph, what is it?
Never mind what it is. Where did it come from?
Oh, man. You gotta be cool now. You're coming on too strong, too fast. Get my drift?
Okay. My name's Brad Silverman. What's yours?
Kevin Washington. You take care now.
Hey, Dad. Guess what? Guess what? I got a new best friend.
Brad, settle down. Brad, slow down. You're not tonguing correctly.
I played clarinet since the 9th grade, and I like to play my way.
Well, you hear this passage? Now, this is the correct way to tongue. Listen. Not bad. Now listen to this. Well, I'll be darned.
Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Give me that. Give it to me. Come on, please. Just give me my clarinet and my glasses, all right? Come on, I have to practice. Just give me my glasses, my clarinet, you guys, all right?
Here's where it's at. You cool your acts or I'm a main man here. Or you answer to Washington. Am I getting through?
Yeah. Come on, let's cruise. Kev, well, you really showed those guys.
Little man, am I gonna have to spend the next 3 years watching out for you?
Would you mind?
You're really a funny dude, you know it?
That better be funny. Sure it's gonna take something to get me through this school.
Come on, let's go.
The baby is walking. Larry got that promotion finally. Ham sends her love. And she said, we're both thrilled at how far Brad has come in 1 year.
Regular classes in English and public speaking, not bad.
Ready? Okay.
I'll wait for you, Kev.
Okay, little man. Now you stay away from the girls, here?
No way, I like girls.
Bulldog! Oh, no. He's everywhere.
Hey, I can dance. Want to see me break dance?
Oh, yeah, Brad, come on. We could use some fun.
Okay.
Oh, Brad.
Little man, we gotta talk.
Yeah?
Look, you don't have to keep fooling around all the time to have friends.
Yes, I do. They're mean to me if I don't.
They're mean to you if you do, man. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. Can't you see that?
I don't want to talk. I'm going home.
Man, I'm being straight with you now. Please listen to me.
No! I don't want to. You're not my friend anymore.
I'm sorry, Mr. Silverman, but our attempts to mainstream Brad have failed. The work in regular classes is just too hard for him.
I have a hunch it's not the work, it's the social life.
Then why continue to torment him? It would be much kinder to Brad to put him back in the special education classes with the other handicapped students.
Where he'll go unchallenged.
Where he can succeed.
You take every kid who's failing English and put him into special education classes.
Well, of course not.
Of course not. What we're talking about here is a lapse of faith. Yours in Brad, Brad's in himself.
Mr. Silverman.
And then there's the matter of all the kids in Brad's classes. What you'd be denying them.
Come again?
Look, to most of the kids in this school, Brad is like a strange animal. He makes a lot of them uncomfortable. And knowing that, he gets uncomfortable. Now, if they discover that Brad is just another student, but one who needs a little help and a little guidance, and if they start going out of their way to help him, those kids are going to start feeling very good about themselves. It's the pebble in the stream effect. When they become adults, they will not turn their heads away from the needy. They will be contributing to the betterment of mankind.
All right. I'll give it another 2 months.
Good. Now, I need one more small favor.
Yes, Mr. Silverman.
I want to talk to his English class.
Mr. Silverman, you have got to be the most devoted parent I ever met in my life.
I'm nothing. You should meet his mother. Down syndrome is a birth abnormality. It's not a mental illness. You can't catch it. And everybody who has it does not act the same way. People with Downs are not crazy. They're slow, not dumb. And they're definitely not clowns to be laughed at. It's very tough for him to concentrate for long periods of time.
Yeah, it's tough for me, too.
Well, then you know how he feels. The filtering system in the brain that subdues outside distractions doesn't work quite as well for him as for other kids. And that part of the brain which chooses appropriate responses doesn't work as well either. So he's much more uninhibited, spontaneous. Brad is also quite incapable of deceiving or cheating or being mean to anyone on this earth. He's a very pure human being and very sensitive. Brad wants to succeed more desperately than any of you can imagine because he's very well aware of how different he is. And he's searching for the kind of self-respect that only comes from overcoming obstacles. For Brad to get a C, that's like for the rest of you to make straight A's. But he keeps trying. And he never complains. And he never says, why me? Hey, he could sure use some help.
What we got here is a need for some tutors. Now, some of you dudes who are real good in English, like me. Okay, all right. Gloria, you start a list, okay?
Okay.
Now, anyone who wants to take a 30-minute shift once a week tutoring Brad in English after school, raise your hand.
I'll do it.
Me too.
I'll take one. I'll do it.
Me too.
My goodness.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I got a C+ in English, almost a B. Miss Livingston says I'm number 15 from the top.
All right.
Excellent, man, really.
Kevin, I'm sorry
For what?
for saying you weren't my friend anymore.
No problem. I needed to mean it.
How come you're always shooting baskets? Don't you ever get tired?
Nope. I need a basketball scholarship to get to college. If I'm good enough, USC may give me one.
You know what? I want to go to college, too.
You do?
Yeah. I know I can't go to USC like you. I know I'm kind of slow, but I bet a junior college would take me. Yeah, I could get a 2-year degree. It might take me 3 or 4 years to get it, but I can have a college degree on my wall, just like other people have.
All right. Go for it. Okay. All right.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, dress for the prom. Black and hot. So white flowers, okay?
Okay. See, the girl has to tell you what color she's wearing, so you know what kind of corsage to bring her.
Oh, sure.
You going?
Me? No.
I happen to know someone who doesn't have a date, and she's dying to go.
Well, you hope.
Amy Oranger. She's real shy, but I bet if you ask her, she'll go with you.
She will, really? Okay. Hey, Miss Shyness, come over here. You, Shyness, I want to ask you something. You go to the prom with me?
Okay.
All right!
And so Brad went out on his first date. He was so excited he didn't sleep the whole night before. tell you the truth, neither did we.
Now, you're the prettiest girl here, Shyness.
I wish you'd stop calling me that.
Okay, this is a slow one. I know how to do it. My mom showed me how. Come on, let's dance.
No, thanks.
No, come on, it's really, I'll show you what. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
I don't feel like dancing. Excuse me.
See you, Kev. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
So, how did it go?
I had a good time. Except my date wouldn't dance with me.
Oh, Brad, why not?
Because some of the kids were laughing. Would you like to dance, Mom?
I would be delighted.
When I go to college, I'm gonna find a girl who really likes me. And she won't be too shy either.
You are the dearest, sweetest, best boy in the world, Brad Silverman. Did anyone ever tell you that?
Sure, Mom, you did.
Vanessa Saunders. Congratulations. Denzel Sedgwick. Congratulations. Raphael Sepulveda. Congratulations. Brad Silverman. Congratulations. Congratulations. In addition to his other accomplishments, Brad has been the president of our Junior Achievement Club. He's also been an outstanding member of our ROTC unit. I would now like to announce that Brad has been accepted at Pasadena City College for the fall semester. To our knowledge, the first person with Down syndrome to attend college in California.
Taking regular classes.
Good for you, Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad Silverman. I just want you kids to know out there. It's a good thing to have a dream, as long as you're willing to work to make it come true. I'm in my second year at Pasadena City College.